Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Dave Filoni's theatrical Star Wars film and the tease of a bunch of characters that he's bringing. That's right now on Star Wars Coffee. Welcome back to Star Wars Coffee, the only source that you need for the latest Star Wars news, leaks, rumors, teasers, trailers, behind the scenes, etc. Thank you guys for tuning in, and if this is your first time finding Star Wars Coffee, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you never miss a new video the second it goes live. But with that being the case, let's get into it. Dave Filoni is essentially George Lucas Jr. when you think about how his Star Wars projects compare to every other Star Wars project besides George Lucas. Filoni really understands all of these characters. He really understands the mythos of Star Wars, the lore of Star Wars, and I wouldn't trust anybody more than him in the current Star Wars realm. So, with that being the case, Dave Filoni is actually going to be getting a Star Wars theatrical release, and he was on EW's Dagobah Dispatch podcast to talk about it. And so I've taken all of the highlights that you need to know about it, and we are going to discuss those now. So, when Filoni was asked with Favreau on this podcast about the theatrical release for him, they said there would be an all-star cast in their question, and Filoni's response was this: "We're in the right area code. We are definitely in the right space. I think that it's going to be a clamoring of characters saying, how do I get in this picture?" And that's what John and I have been figuring out. I think for a long time as I've worked in this galaxy, it's a long play. And if things go right, you get to do more of your story. Things I think have broken in a good way for us, and people have enjoyed the characters that we've been making. So certain opportunities came up the further we went along. Favreau, however, hints that it may not just be characters and planets from the Mandoverse that pop up in their film, a hint backed up by Kathleen Kennedy, who also told EW that there are a lot of sources drawing from to see where it's going to go exactly. And it seems like some of these sources could even be ones that are no longer considered canon and instead are legends, but could be brought back. When I was younger, Favreau says, we didn't have movies, but there were comic books, there were novels, there were these things that encompassed the expanded universe, which are now legends. Clearly there are decisions that have to be made to fit it all together. But for us, I think one thing we're in agreement about is that the characters, as special as they are, the story has to drive what characters are. When it comes to deciding which characters will get to make the jump from TV shows, video games, novels, or comic books, Favreau says he tries to figure out what their inner child would want, saying, "We joke that it's like we're playing with action figures. What's in the box? Let's play with it. What's in the box and figure it out." It's what you want to do when you're playing when you're a kid. Which action figures they ultimately pluck out of the box will be determined by where the story takes them. Favreau says, as we are getting deeper and deeper into this, you start to have a good map and really map things out and figure out what that story is, and then have those characters fulfill what their growth cycle is and what their mythic hero's journey is. Those things have to fit together well, otherwise it won't feel like Star Wars. So there is a lot teased in this about possibly bringing legends back and about characters from the Mandoverse coming back into this theatrical release. It would be absolutely incredible to see that, kind of like an Avengers style film where you get Ahsoka, you get Din Djarin, you get Grogu, you get all of these characters that have been coming in, and by the point that that actually releases, you would end up being able to have Ezra in it and Sabine, etc. So it would really be able to be a really cool thing to see. So we'll just have to wait and figure it out, but certainly this has really made me excited to see what's going on for this movie. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you and the Force be with you always. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe. Do it! And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.